Hi, my name is Patricia Maisalangua, third-year college student in Business Administration, major in Operation Management from STI Carmona. And today, I will talk about how to deliver speech about public speaking. So, what is the importance of critical thinking when listening to a public speeches? By listening critically, you will be more likely to notice unwanted assumptions which may prompt you to question the speaker if questions are taken or to do further research to examine the validity of the speaker's assumptions. As a student, we are exposed to many kinds of messages. We receive messages conveying academic information, institutional rules, instructions, and warnings. We also receive messages through political discourse, advertisements, gossip, jokes, song, text messages, invitations, web links, and all manners of communications. We know it's not all the same, but it isn't always clear how to separate the truth from the messages that are misleading or even blatantly false. Nor is it always clear which messages are intended to help the listener and which ones are merely self-serving for the speaker. Part of being a good listener is to learn when to use caution in evaluating the messages we hear. Senator Daniel Patrick Moynihan is credited with saying everyone is entitled to their own opinions, but they are not entitled to their own facts. Part of critical listening is learning to separate opinions from facts, and this works two ways. Critical listeners are aware of whether a speaker is delivering a factual message or a message based on opinion. And they are also aware of the interplay between their own opinions and facts as they listen to messages. Often, when people have a negative opinion about a topic, they are unwilling to accept facts. Instead, they question all aspects of the speech and have a negative disposition towards both the speech and the speaker. This is not to say that speakers should not express their opinions. Many of the greatest speeches in history include personal opinions. Consider, for example, Martin Luther King Jr.'s famous line, "I have a dream." That was the famous speech in which he expressed his personal wish for the future of American society. Critical listeners may agree or disagree with the speaker's opinions, but the point is that they know when a message they are hearing is based on opinion and what is factual. So let's go to the ethics. So what is ethics? When you think of ethics, what comes to mind? Perhaps you think of words and phrases such as ethical behavior, professional ethics, ethics boards, or code of ethics. At its heart, ethics refers to the concept of having morally acceptable values and behaviors. When you align your behaviors and actions with these values, you engage in ethical behavior. Ethical behavior in public speaking. Why would you need to even consider ethics in public speaking? First and foremost, your audience not only needs to believe in your words and message, but they need to trust you as a message giver. To engage in unethical behavior when speaking only erodes the trust. There are other reasons to engage in ethical behavior in public speaking. To maintain your credibility and reputation, to present a fair and accurate agreement of your thesis, to provide honest facts with integrity and without deception or distortion, to abide by shared or common moral values and beliefs. And to speak ethically is to use your own original speech content. If you use any substantiating facts or passages from another, you must give appropriate attribution or credit as necessary. Ethical speakers are ones who do not plagiarize their material or try to pass off words and ideas from others as their own. So in every speech, you need to give credits that you don't really own. Ethical speakers do not deceive their audience. It can also be stated that ethical speakers do not disturb or warp facts, or worse yet, disguise opinions as fact in order to argue their thesis or make their point. Acknowledging and responding to conflicts of interest is also regarded as ethical public speaking behavior. There may be times where you may be asked to speak on behalf of a certain topic in which you have a professional interest or may benefit from the financially. In those instances, the ethical speaker will either excuse him or herself from speaking. If unable to do so, He or she may simply disclose the nature of the conflict of interest so that everyone is on the same page. The study of ethics, then, is incredibly important to any student of public speaking, as the most effective public speakers are those who practice ethical behavior in their speeches. So here are the rules to follow when speaking. First, effective speakers engage in ethical goals, fully prepare their speeches, practice honesty, and avoid abusive language. It includes ethical goals, full preparation, honesty, and non-abusive language are some ethical goals when you're delivering speech. Consider why you're speaking. Are you trying to persuade your audience to adopt a certain viewpoint or consider a new idea? If so, you'll want to make sure that you will lead your audience to that belief point in an ethical manner. You don't want to use tactics like intimidation. Additionally, have the responsibility and professionalism to know whether or not you have a conflict of interest on a given topic or with a certain audience or venue. Another is recuse yourself. Provide your audience with a full disclosure of said conflict of interest and adjust your speech accordingly. And full preparation. It is also an effective way of speakers, those who take the time to fully prepare their speeches, from the speech writing process to the delivery of the speech to the very clothes they wear for the speech. If you don't prepare, it will show and ultimately affect your credibility as a speaker to your audience and colleagues.